So I don't know if you'll be able to hear me over the music, but I wanted to show you one of the big products that was in my life when I was a kid. We had milk cows and milk goats, and these were the filters that we really liked to use because they were single use. They were not terribly expensive. Let's see. Yeah, $8.99 for this. So this will get you through 100 milks. So this will last you a month. Actually more than a month because you only milk twice a day. So almost 2 months. Almost 2 months for $8.99. And the reason that these were nice is because they take out any solid matter. A lot of times they use these to check for mastitis, if there's clumping in the milk. That is what we like to use them for. And they're super fast. If you've ever tried to filter milk with a paper towel or like a coffee filter, it takes forever. The lipids cannot go through those filters. The lipids can go through these filters. You can also use cheesecloth. You can also use plastic coffee filters. And we actually transitioned to plastic coffee filters so that we weren't having to buy these because these don't break down. They're like I think they're made out of some kind of plastic because they don't break down. We've put them in the compost before and then they're there years later. So we'll show you some others. You can use cheesecloth and you can use plastic coffee filters, so we'll show you that. Right now we are trying to get things like this into our store on Dirtpatcheaven. The reason is that sometimes the places you can get them from are very random. They're hard to find. If you don't know they're there, you don't know they're there. That includes the milk buckets that I use, the ones that are this beautiful stainless steel, seamless stainless steel with the half moon open for goats. We're trying to find the lamb nipples that are really special that baby lambs will drink off of. So we're trying to source all those things and put them on Dirtpatcheaven so that you can find them because Amazon doesn't carry them. And I will put some links in the description below so that if you want the closest thing you can find on Amazon while we're still trying to source everything, you can find them. When we get everything together, we're probably going to do a group buy so that everybody can get free shipping for that first purchase. What that does is it lets us get that first order in without having to put it on any kind of credit, and it gives you a better price. So things we're looking at are solar cookers, milking supplies, scythes. Those are all things we're trying to get together, so hopefully that's helpful to you. And go check out dirtpatcheaven.com. It doesn't have much up there yet. Our store is actually still on Etsy, but we are trying really hard to get things up onto the Dirtpatcheaven. And hopefully our Amazon store will be good enough while you wait. Hey, squirrely. Hey guys, so I have just finished milking the goats for the night, and I wanted to show you the difference between the different methods of filtration. So this is cheesecloth, and it's not the same really open-celled cheesecloth you think of. It's not gauze, it's cheesecloth. So it's more like old-fashioned cotton towel material. It's very close-celled and it works really well for straining milk, but you do need to sterilize it every time you use it if you're going to use it for milk. And you probably want to cut it into squares that'll fit into your, where is it? Into your little funnel. So you fit it into the funnel and then you can pour into it and it works well. Paper towels and regular coffee filters will not work. What they will do is they will clog up because the lipids in the milk don't go through. There's a lot of lipids in the milk, a lot of fat. So the other two options that I already showed you are the regular coffee filter. This works as well as gauze, but you also need to sterilize it because it's multiple use, but very, very fine holes in that so it holds everything. And then you can purchase the little discs, and we used these a lot when I was a kid and we had a cow. It just felt like it was easier to keep everything super, super sterile. And those look like this. So I'm going to show you how to use these just because there is a little bit of a trick to it. So when you set this up, you fold it like that. Oh, my camera doesn't want to focus. You fold it like that. And then you put it inside this and then into your jar. So I'll go ahead and tilt this down so you can see it. Most of this is going to be going into yogurt. And one trick that I like to use is to put a little bit of a clothespin there to hold it closed. And these are such tiny jars. This is going to be a trick. These are my favorite milk buckets with the little half moon cut out of them. They're perfect for under goats because goats are very low to the ground. And if you have 2 really good milk goats, this will be perfect for you. If you have more than that, the bucket won't be big enough. So there's that one. And then if I was using the coffee filter, the reusable coffee filter, I would do it just exactly the same. But I would put the coffee filter in like so. And then those would be needing to be sterilized. This would need to be sterilized. And those are good to go. All right, so if you're pouring into a big pot like this, you're going to need an assistant because there's no rim to hold the funnel in place. So Paige is just going to stand here and hold it in the middle for me. Okay, and I really want to take this lid off because it's going to be right in our way. Hold it closer to this side so I don't have to have the bottom touch.
I can feel the heat.
Yep. All right.
And it's done like that.
It's done like that. So what you can see in here, I don't know if you can see, there was a little bit of a weed in there. That little orangey bit. Right there. That it caught. And it was just a little piece of just a piece of grass or something.
Grain.
Was it grain?
It looks like some corn and molasses corn.
So there's our milk to go ahead and make yogurt. And you can heat this up and then you know you're starting with something sterile, or you can just add the yogurt in and then try to keep it warm. Both are a little bit iffy off grid because it is hard to keep them at the right temperature. It's easier to do it in a
on-grid house.
We'll bring it up. It's easiest in the winter because then you have your wood stove going and you can stick it in a warm spot. In the summer, it's hard to keep it at the constant temperature. You can boil water and have it in a hot water bath and just keep adding boiling water. But it needs about 8 hours to sit to make a really, really good set. So if you're on grid, I would recommend getting an instant pot, like a Kasori is the one we like to use, and that works really well like a crock pot, but it has lower temperatures for yogurt. Works really well. The trick with the air-crete oven, turn it up super high, get it warm, and then decide what you want to put into it. If you heat it up and let it go for maybe 5 minutes, and then you turn it down to warm, you'll bake at about 350. We've done baked potatoes, we've done brownies, we've done cupcakes, we've done bread, we've done biscuits, and it gets really warm in there. If this was just aluminum, some kind of metal, you'd have to have the heat on the whole time. This last time that we made food in it, we made brownies, and we turned it off after 15 minutes, and I left it in there thinking that it would cool off quickly. When I came back to it 2 hours later, the inside of the oven was still hot. It had still been cooking. So we're going to play with some yogurt today, and I'm super excited. Well, and where is my camera on this one? Yeah, it's right there. Okay.
This is a new phone.
It is a new phone.
So if it seems like she isn't, like she's having a hard time